Alright, hello everyone, and now welcome to another game between Foggy and TBC BM. We see TBC BM spawning as the red Undead player here at what I'll call the 5 o'clock position. Meanwhile, over at the other, other leg, hind leg, front leg, I don't know where this turtle is facing. That is the reason why it's called Turtle Rock, by the way. I don't know where if this is the head and this is the tail or vice versa, but on the same leg, you see Foggy. Now, this is the second game that I'm casting between Foggy and TBC BM today. Game number 1, if you guys did not check it, definitely check it out. It was one of the strangest games I've seen in quite some time. Not quite sure what to make of it, and I guess I'm looking forward to this game because I'm not sure how this game is going to be, how it's going to unfold for you. Anyways, Altar of Elders is now done. It is going to be a Demon Hunter, and going up against it, it is going to be a Death Knight. A little bit of a delay as this Ziggurat was placed down later than normal, meaning that the Altar of Darkness is not going to be able to get the Death Knight nearly as early. That might actually have been a bit of a misstep there, as we see things starting to get underway here. I always keep the pictures I take with my family stored in a hidden folder because I don't want people knowing I care about them. I have them all saved on the shared drive. So, yeah. Family pictures, family memories, and also creating photo books. That's one of my wife's passions. So I have memories going back for quite a bit. All right, Ancient of War gonna go ahead and join in on the fight there. Gonna go ahead and attack. You can see that why isn't the archer? Thank you for the follow, Gospodin S. As you see, the archer now gonna go ahead and go after the giant sea turtle here. Demon Hunter is now gonna be, oh no, Warden. I could have sworn it was a Demon Hunter earlier. Did my eyes deceive me? Was that a switch? Warden now out onto the field as we see that sea turtle hatching getting taken down. All right, it looks like Foggy may just be trying to switch things up just a bit, as we are now looking at the Warden now making its way out across the field. All right, Warden, what is it going to do? Warden heading out, gonna go after the giant sea turtle hatchling and perhaps try and put some pressure. You can see Foggy is gonna notice TBC BM's Unholy Aura first. Shadow Strike quickly onto that ghoul, and that Shadow Strike without Death Coil on the Death Knight means near or definite death, as the Warden gonna continue to perhaps earn a bit more experience as well. You can take a look at the minimap. The Ancient of War in position to try and try to absorb a bit more damage here, but it needs some whisk to be brought over. Meanwhile, Warden at the other end steals the last bit of experience and gets the Slippers of Agility. Is it going to perhaps try to go for Fan of Knives? All right. Warden looking to back off again. Let's take a look back on the other side. Ancient of War is going to go ahead and head back. Ring of Protection +2 is going to be picked up, as the Warden should be able to grab that item. Ancient of War needs to heal up once again. Perhaps just Shadow Meld. We'll see how all of this is going to be unfolding. Give me 1 second. All right. Death Knight makes its way over, gets to level 2. Obviously going to be picking up Unholy or Death Coil. And we'll see whether or not Death Knight getting Unholy Aura level 2 first stays consistent. Probably not, because it is a Warden instead of the Demon Hunter. As you see the Death Knight now just wandering out across the field, gonna perhaps finish off the remaining creep camp. But the Death Knight, well, the Death Knight has to deal with this Warden here. Archer is in position. Is that Warden gonna try and grab some experience? No, it is not. Head back off to the north. All right. Huntress is now joining in on the fight as well. As the Wisp being brought over, we should see a quick detonation right there. Are we gonna? Yep, detonation there, as the Death Knight now down to 178 mana after that nation. However, Huntress could end up getting surrounded. The Warden doesn't have Fan of Knives. Will it be able to save any of these units? That is the big question. There's Dust of Appearance, but nothing really to spot at all, as the Death Knight well, is going to go ahead and make its way back. Huntress was trying to shadow meld, unable to do so. More units are making their way out as another beautiful death coil in time, beating the Warden's Shadow Strike. All right, very, very tangled up in this matchup so far. You can see the Huntresses are trying to fight back out of this really, really tight situation. Another ghoul getting taken out, but I cannot predict what's going to be happening. Normally, Huntresses are not used in a matchup, Undead versus Night Elf, because Crypt Fiends are so popular. Perhaps the Warden and Foggy, realizing that Unholy Aura was teched first, that it was going to be a much heavier ghoul strategy instead of Crypt Fiends. With that, he's taking the risk and taking the chance on going heavy Huntresses, since Huntresses are generally stronger against ghouls until your opponent does transition back into Crypt Fiends. All right, thank you everyone for all of the kind words there. Meanwhile, Warden heading back off to the north, gonna continue creeping out these creep camps. One downside on this particular map, though, is the amount of piercing damage on these creeps. You can see now it is gonna be a Tree of Life and another fast expansion attempt. Foggy, if he tries to go for the fast expansion attempt, could go for the strange strategy that we saw in game number 1. And let's take a look at this. Huntresses, well, come on, finish off that Ogre Warrior, please. All right, there it goes. Does get finished off. Death Knight could try and steal that last bit of experience. Tome of Experience picked up by the Warden. Level 2 Shadow Strike is potentially game-changing as a blink Shadow Strike. Death Knight now seriously in trouble. Needs to get away. Perhaps more damage as the Death Knight escapes back at 199 hit points. The Shadow Strike damage will not be enough to finish him off, but a little bit of a close call. He is back on Blight and able to regenerate. Now, let's see, back off to the north here, we are entangling a gold mine. Tree of Life is going to get repaired. Warden, solo Warden in this matchup. Very, very interesting. And we'll see whether or not it is going to stay a solo Warden. If you remember, in the previous game, we saw Tri-Hero with a Naga Sea Witch and a Keeper of the Grove. However, Warden, solo Warden, is generally very, very strong as well. Thank you, Orb Knight. Orb Knight has been watching a lot of ads just to get me all of those bits from Twitch. Always very helpful. And once again, Warden going to go after the remaining Ogre Magi's here and finish them, take them down. Ogre Warriors, well, let's see. This Huntress needs to get away, actually in a very, very bad spot. It looks as though the Huntress is going to get taken down by this Ogre Magi. Are we going to see a bit of micro? Where's it going to go? Yeah, purposely microed away back just a little bit more. Boots of Speed. Rune of the Watcher now going down as well. Meanwhile, Death Knight moving around the map, going to be able to finish the Gargantuan Sea Turtle creep camp. Has to be extremely careful though, since that Gargantuan Sea Turtle is level 7. It does have good AI and will switch targets consistently to chase after the lower hit point unit just a little bit more. Meanwhile, back at the other end, Warden is desperately trying to get to level 5. You can also see this Huntress is purposely trying to dance around, getting away from the Ogre Lord's Shockwave. All right, let's see, more damage backing up again. Ogre Lord gonna get taken. Oh, stopped mid Shockwave. That would have done terrible damage across multiple units as the Ogre Magi gonna get taken out. Rune of Healing being used across multiple Huntresses again, but I still don't know about this mass Huntress army. This seems like a very, very high investment in Huntresses that could end up falling down. Pocket Factory now being placed down here. You do see a Goblin Tinker from the Undead. That does not make that much sense to me, but at the same time, the Clockwork Goblins, when they die, do deal damage. The explosion on death could cause significant problems. As you see, the Pocket Factory was taken out there. Meanwhile, the army now on the move and making their way up off to the north here. Let's take a look. Huntress now going off. Huntress now, well, finishing off some units as the Warden does get to level 5. Mass teleport back across here. Damage, Frost Nova across multiple Huntresses. Death Coil onto the Warden. Warden is in trouble. Shadow Strike onto those units there, trying to blink away. Warden is going to be Shadow Striking a lot. Potion of Healing transferred. Huntress is going to get taken down as the Pocket Factory is doing so much work. I am quite surprised by this. The Pocket Factory with the exploding Clockwork Goblins doing so much damage across multiple units. There goes another unit there. Huntress is trying to mass back up. Ghouls teleporting, trying to get back into the fight here. Warden is here, ready to go. Shadow Strike onto the Tinker. Tinker does not have the benefit of being able to get Death Coil to get healed, as the Warden still chasing after units, going into low upkeep now. Ghouls are going to get taken down. The Goblin Tinker takes another Shadow Strike, and it is going to get taken down. All right, Tinker now taking out Huntress. Low hit point Huntress now needs to get away. Is the Warden perhaps going to get to level 6? All bets are off if the Warden can in fact get to level 6, finishing off some more of these units. Huntress is going after those ghouls. The ghouls, however, moving very quickly. Level 1 Unholy Aura as the damage is starting to add back up. All right, ranged attacks here. And the ghouls are going to be backing off just a bit. They do not want to get attacked by the Tree of Life and that Ancient Protector. Huntress is now making their way over again. Could easily focus down some of these units. What is going on as the Warden going to be picking up some items? Staff of Teleportation still on cooldown. Huntresses need to get away. Frost Nova and Death of a Huntress right there. Units still coming back as ghouls are going to be rejoining. All right, where's the Warden going? The Warden buys a Scroll of Healing. Those Frost Novas have been far too much, but we should eventually see a transition away from Huntresses. As I say that, well, a lot of Huntresses rejoining in on the fight, but those Huntresses, well, were all low hit point Huntresses saved by Foggy. All right, Huntress is going to be rejoining in here. Scroll of Healing used. All of a sudden, a big shift in the overall fight here as the Meat Wagon going to get taken out. Meat Wagon trying to run away. A bunch of repairs already in the position as the Ghoul not going to be able to make it. However, transition into Destroyers are going to make it much more difficult to focus down these units as well. Huntresses do deal a good amount of damage as the Goblin Tinker now back out onto the field. Warden, Shadow Strike onto the Death Knight. Death Knight trying to head back as you see Abominations joining in on the fight as well. Surround onto the Lich. Lich does get frost armor, but these Huntresses are not melee. They have a slight range, allowing the Huntresses to still attack at full speed. Death Knight still sitting at level 3. Are we going to perhaps see another Shadow Strike onto that unit there? No, the Warden does not have enough mana, but the units are still trying to chase. Death Knight trying to run back every which way. Units are chasing left and right as the Death Knight trying to hide back off to the north. All right, Huntresses, that bonus bounce is actually starting to do a lot of damage across other units as another low hit point Huntress is saved. Huntresses, Nightfall. Huntresses are going to be able to heal up at a significant level since it is 200% regeneration points right now. Moonstone, and that was a smart move by Foggy, making sure that Nightfall is extended. These Moonwells are completely bone dry, and by using the Moonstone right now, these Moonstones will continue to fill up these Moonwells and then follow the next Nightfall, or the next nighttime we'll be able to do it again. I've watched the Red Sparrow movie advertisement like 10 times a day. All right. Well, thank you. All right, Death Knight seriously in trouble. Shadow Strike is on him. 45 damage a second. Is he going to get taken out? He probably wants to buy a potion of healing. Is he going to be able to do so? Death Knight down to 130 hit points. Well, is he going to go sub 100? No, the Obsidian Statue's there to heal. Meanwhile, Warden sitting at level 5. Very high armor indeed. Actually taking down his own Huntresses. What is going to be unfolding here? That is the question. We are now going into Ancients of Lore and Dryads, which does not make any sense to me. But at the same time, we have not seen a transition into Crypt Fiends. TBCBM has not built any Crypt Fiends as of yet, so this unarmored army is actually much stronger than you would normally think. All right, Meat Wagon gonna get caught in a very bad spot. Warden, is it gonna get to level 6? You can see all of that damage. The Meat Wagon trying to slowly run away as it is gonna, get taken down. Warden just shy of level 6 there. Does it have an Orb of Venom? No, it does not. That might be its downfall as it's unable to attack the Destroyers. Units now making their way over. Damage is starting to add back up. Pocket Factory being placed down. Shadow Strike now going down as well as the Warden trying to get in and out of bad situations. Dryads are going to be able to focus down units as the Warden does use a Potion of Invulnerability there, continuing to fight. Also used its Potion of Mana to try and take down some more units. Is the Warden going to perhaps be able to blink away? Yeah, blinks into a very tight spot. Is going to be able to blink back out. Cooldown, where is the cooldown? As you can see, the Warden's going to go ahead and use the Scroll of Town Portal. Scroll of Town Portal in order to head back out. Completely crazy. Thank you, Sexy Time, for the host. Oh my gosh, this game is absolutely nuts right now. Huntresses, Dryads, all making their way back out onto the field. Warden is at level 6. We are still at Nightfall. The Moonstone was used properly. Meanwhile, this Undead army is going to get caught in a very bad spot as the Obsidian statues could get taken down. Nope, Obsidian statue down to 9 hit points. One bad bounce and it will get taken out as well as all the units are trying to run away. Lich in a bad spot gets taken out as well. As you can see, the Avatar of Vengeance is going to just absolutely clean up this entire creep camp. All right, the Spirit of Vengeance can start diving into his opponents. Do I want to cast a cool replay War 3 Arena? I'm using NetEase right now. I don't have enough time to switch things over. All right, Shade now wandering around. Thank you for the follow, Rob Clark, as we are looking at a Panda. All right, once the Warden got to level 6, a Panda being added, so the amount of AoE damage, if the Warden tries to switch from Fan of Knives switch to Fan of Knives from Shadow Strike, would be very strong indeed. Also, the Panda sitting right here, gonna go ahead and finish off these gargantuan sea turtles. I believe the Warden is far enough away, not stealing any of that experience, but the Warden still has an item slot. Perhaps should be picking up a potion of lesser invulnerability. All right, let's take a look. Warden gonna come across inside here. You can see all of the acolytes getting the memo. I should not be standing around. Gonna go ahead, comes inside. There was the Fan of Knives. Damage slowly adding back up. All right, where's that Warden gonna be traveling off to next? Does have Blink. It does not look like it has the highest level Blink. Otherwise, the cooldown would just be far too low. Units are now trying to head back every which way again. Thank you for the follow once more as we do see a teleport back. I guess off to the north here. No, Destroyer and Frostworms joining in. 65 supply compared to 54. Scroll of Town Portal coming down. There's all the units. Dryads here, ready to go. Slow Poison. Panda, are we going to see a Breath of Fire? Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire across multiple units. The units are moving even more slowly as the Death Knight getting caught as the Warden blinks in front. Avatar of Vengeance in the back line. Fan of Knives from the back again. Non-standard play from Foggy, absolutely destroying TBCBM. As the Dryads are actually in front of everything, able to slow poison the units, buying more time for the Warden to close in on that distance. It looks as though a Goblin Tinker will get taken down. No! Gets to level 3 and then Scroll of Town Portals. Breath of Fire not going to be enough as all the units escape again. This is a Foggy game. Wow. All right, Warden sitting at level 6. Thank you, WarCraft 3 Cult. As we're looking at the Avatar of Vengeance will get taken down again. I was gonna say if I got more than 50 viewers, I would cast one extra game. Well, you gotta thank the host for getting me there. I will cast one more game after this. So far, Abomination continuing to fight. Obsidian statues in position, 67 supply compared to 53. Foggy playing completely an unorthodox game here. As you see, the Panda is going to quickly get to level 3 as well, clearing these creep camps. Still surprised that we don't see any Crypt Fiends based upon the number of Dryads and Huntresses that are part of this army. Now, with that said, what is going to be happening next? The meat wagons are still going to be causing problems. No, do we have meat wagons? No, it's abominations. No meat wagons either. TBCBM is not adapting to the armor types and building the proper counter units. That may be his downfall here. Meat wagons would make a very, well, would be extremely useful, but at the same time, they are a bit slower, and with the Spirit of Vengeances, the spirits can just run in and just focus them down without fear of feeding any sort of experience, since they are invulnerable. All right, apparently there is a giant follow train of zombies chasing after me. Never thought I'd be so delighted to see so many zombies chasing after me right now, as the Death Knight is going to be just shy of level 5 after this creep camp here. I believe the Lich... Oh, no, Lich is purposely backing off, so we might actually get to level 5 once the remaining units are taken out. That is a lot of ogres here left. Yes, Death Knight gets to level 5. Staff of Teleportation, what was that unit back over here? Warden teleports in, drops a Spirit of Avatar's Vengeance and Spirit of Vengeance, gets off a Fan of Knives, using the Crypt the graveyard in order to get some skeletons, and now he is fighting back here. The Warden is in a bit of trouble, continuing to fight and maybe able to take down the Goblin Tinker. You see the Lich joining in on the fight as well. Frost Nova trying to finish off that one Warden. Warden gonna go ahead and teleport back out as the Avatar of Vengeance is going to end up getting taken down along with the Spirit of Vengeances. Oh. Alright, non-standard play in this game. This Warden is causing so many problems. Staff of Teleportation being able to teleport teleport inside and then summon units. Such a big problem. TBCBM, no easy way to set up an expansion either, as the Goblin Tinker, well, resurrected at the tavern and now in trouble. Triple Obsidian Statues now trying to get away as well. A Huntress, Dryad, and now adding bears to this army as the Destroyer chasing after the Panda now. All right, we need to see some more heals. Yes, heals are now going across multiple units. Bears now transforming into their higher hit point mode and should be a much stronger front line. How is this Ogre Magi still not dead? As we see, well, Druid of the Claw could get taken out. All right, anti-magic attack finally coming into play. Lich, Frost Armor trying to protect some of these units. Panda, Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire across multiple units there. They are going to be missing their attacks as the Fan of Knives goes down and eats through a bunch of units once more. Obsidian Statues trying to back off. They're going to run into another expansion. We are now, I believe, down one gold mine. Yes, one gold mine is in fact down, and we do not have an expansion for TBCBM just quite yet. Huntress is going to try and head back away, but what you see is perhaps what you are going to get. All right, Death Knight now making its way back off to the north. Of course I'm not sick of you. Why would I be? You've been throwing nickels and dimes at me all day. All right, Death Knight now making its way back over. Tree of Eternity trying to get Nature's Blessing up and off the ground. Needs to get this expansion stopped. Meanwhile, the Warden and the Panda now making its way back over again. What are these Goblin Tinkers? Why did it drop the Pocket Factory over there? I'm not quite sure. Dryad's going to be able to easily focus down the Destroyers. Huntress now going down as well. And this should be the end. Level 7 on the Warden with a Potion of Invulnerability should be able to finish off many of these units. Dryads continuing to poke apart some of these buildings here. The Bears should be going after this. Meanwhile, Orb of Venom should be able to take down all of these Destroyers here, as the Death Knight, sitting at level 5, should be able to get a Death Coil and finishes off the Panda. However, the Warden, well, drops another Avatar of Vengeance, ready to go, ready to finish off more units. No Staff of Preservation. A Bear will get taken down here, as a level 5, level 4, level 3 going up against a level 7. Is the Tinker going to be able to get away in time? Fan of Knives, Frostworm stays alive ever so barely, but the Warden does not focus this down. Death Coil saves the Lich as the Dryads try to poke down. Oh, what's this? Teleport trying to get in front, and it does get in front of that Lich just enough. Death Knight trying to keep the Unholy Aura on that Lich. That's what it's trying to do, as the slow poison finally shakes off. All right, 56 supply compared to 34. We see a Tree of Life entangling here. Are we going to get... Where is the other tree? I thought we saw a tree. Oh, down over here. It is going to be 3 bases to 0 in just a little bit. Nope. Still at 1 base right now, but that's because a lot of mining had temporarily stopped. Spirit of Vengeance is getting to get taken out here. And what is happening? What is going on? Quickly checking the expansion. Foggy has to like his chances. He knows that he has economic control of this game, and he can just force his opponent to come to him. Avatar of Vengeance still at, I believe, 90 seconds of timed life. Warden using a Clarity Potion. Is the Panda getting resurrected? Yes, he is. Sitting at 59 supply, over 90. Warden looking to finish the job here. You see unsummoning of even some critical buildings, the Graveyard, the Black Citadel, and that could have, well, dangerous ramifications. Warden is currently shadow melded and wants to back off, make sure not to get focused down and slowed by the Frost Nova and that Frost Worm. How much gold is left? Total resources. Wow, such a disparate such a difference there. 93 gold is all that he currently has. Trying to get every bit of gold out, unsummons the Black Citadel, and he should be able to haunt another gold mine, but will he be able to defend it? That is the key and critical question. Goblin Tinker back out onto the field. As you're taking a look, units making his way back off to the north here. All right. Frostworms making their way back up. Avatar of Vengeance, Ancient of War in that front line. They're going to get melted. But I think we can all see how this battle is going to go down. 74 supply compared to 48. A level 7 Avatar, or a level 7 Warden, and a level 3 Panda going up. We see a quick shutdown here. Goblin Pocket Factory in position to try and buy a little bit of cover. Mass detonation to remove a lot of the mana that the Death Knight was trying to hold on to. That could have an impact. Dryads now making their way over. Warden is going to try and blink away. Blink back into the back line and get some Fan of Knives. Where did it go? Fan of Knives onto the Warden. However, quickly, almost taken down. Thank you for the cheer once more. Orb Knight just continuing to throw nickels and dimes. Right now as the Death Knight in that front line. Scroll of Healing, Phantom Knives coming across again. Rejuvenation, Lich taken down. Are we going to see another death of another unit? Death Coil coming across again, but the Abominations are getting stuck. Warden can continue to throw Phantom Knives around. Panda gets up to level 4. Another more attacks up against the air. As you see, there is the game. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the listening. Or thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Yeah, absolutely crazy game. And because I got over 50 views, I will go ahead and host one more, turning this 2-hour session into maybe, what, 2.5 hours? We'll see. If you guys missed any part of my cast today, streams today, definitely check me out on YouTube. Just search Crota WarCraft 3 on YouTube, and you will definitely find my channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.